What I love the most about working in family history is the interaction with the library visitors. No two stories are the same, but every single one of their stories is personal and fascinating. We received a query from someone researching her ancestors, the Finlaysons, who immigrated from Scotland to Australia in 1853. She was really interested in finding out why they came to Australia, what the journey was like, and then what happened to them when they arrived. I found their passenger list for arriving in Melbourne, and it said that they came out on the Hercules. By doing further research, I discovered that all of the passengers on the Hercules were funded by the Highland and Island Immigration Society. The historical newspapers were without doubt the most amazing resource, because it actually had illustrations of Skye at that time. It had an illustration of the Hercules. There's pictures of what life was like on board the ship. So by reading through those, I managed to really put the Finlaysons' lives in the historical context of life in Scotland at that time. By the 1850s, the conditions in the Highlands were appalling. The economic climate had meant that many land workers were living in destitute conditions. Families were evicted from their farms and either sent to coastal areas or assisted to immigrate to Australia and Canada. I also managed to find the passenger list put out by the Highland and Island Immigration Society, and on that it lists the Finlayson family in really bad conditions, miserably poor and destitute. You can't get worse than that. I found the arrival of the Hercules in Melbourne with the Finlaysons on board. By using the disposal list, I managed to find the name of the farmer that Mr. Finlayson was contracted to work for. His name was Ware, and he had a farm down Timboon, and he was a very successful squatter. And we are really fortunate in that we managed to find a painting of it by Von Gerard on the National Library of Australia website. The next document I found was something in the Victorian Government Gazette that listed Alexander Finlayson getting land because of the Land Grant Act that was passed in 1869. We have a copy of the parish plan for Cobracilloch, and it actually sets out the land owned by Alexander, his son Hugh, and various other Finlaysons. So it was really great to see that in just a few short years they'd managed to go from being miserably poor and destitute to owning land in some of the best pasture areas of Victoria. At the State Library of Victoria, we've got one of the largest family history collections in the country, and anybody can come in at any time to use the resources, but also we've got subject specialists here who can help you with your research, and it doesn't matter if you know nothing. We can actually sit you down and talk you through the process.